Hi, welcome to week 12 of reading. So, we are going to continue with our nonfiction articles this week and also still focusing on the different types of energy. So, last week we made a switch. We had been doing folk tales for a few weeks. Prior to that, we have been working on different types of fiction stories. So, we are going back to nonfiction, which we know is an informational story. So, they're telling us facts. They're telling us things that are true. So last week we took a look at three different types of energy. We looked at battery power, solar power, and wind power. Solar and wind power are somewhat new types of energy that are being used. They're what are called clean energy, meaning that they don't really use anything or put anything back into the environment that can be harmful. So it has lately become a very um, important type of energy as well as more recently used than ever. Battery powered, on the other hand, is something that we have used for many, many years. And most of us have multiple things at home that require batteries anything from cell phones to remote controls. And then, of course, toys and other tools that you may have available to you. The problem with battery powered is unfortunately there is a chemical inside of it, and over time, as we learned, when batteries are disposed of or thrown away, that chemical can leak into the ground, which can cause pollution. So we're going to continue to look at different types of energy. We'll be looking at water wheels, which we will learn shortly what those what type of energies those provide, and then we're also going to learn about a unique way to produce energy, and that's through pedaling. Yes, you heard me correctly, like pedaling a bicycle. So we will take a look at those this week. Remember, this is a 2-day week. Uh, Thanksgiving break starts on Wednesday, so we will have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday off of school. So we will only focus on the nonfiction articles this week. We will give Reading A to Z a break. Before we get into the water wheel, though, and learn how we can get energy from a water wheel and find out what a water wheel is, let's go back and take a look at our um, important words or our vocabulary that you're going to see throughout the story. Keep in mind, if you have a paper copy of this, these would be words that you would want to highlight. These are your important words. These are generally going to be words that we don't know a lot about or we may um, not have heard before. Now, for us, we've heard all these last week because they showed up in our story. Typically, in our fiction stories, even in our nonfiction stories, we have a glossary at the back of the book, but those are stories. We are reading articles. Articles do not have glossaries, and it is expected that you will figure out what the meanings are. I just so happen to have the definitions, so I thought we'd go ahead and go over those quickly. Electricity, it's a noun, it's a thing. It's energy created by moving particles. Next, we have energy. Energy is also a thing, so it is a noun as well. And that's the power to do work, make a change, or move an object. We all have some kind of level of energy. Some of us have a little more energy than others. Our next word, also a noun. This is a place, the environment. It's our natural world. Look out your window, look out the windows at school. That is our environment. And then lastly, yet another noun. It is a thing. It's a machine. A machine is any device that uses energy to help a person do work. So as we go through the story or the articles this week, you will see these words. We know the definitions. If you forget the definitions, please look them up. Whether you use Alexa, Google, Siri, whatever, even a dictionary, be a great thing to open a book and look up those words. Um, Also, as we go through, remember, you will be reading this as well. So after I read it, you will read it. I encourage you to make sure that you read it, especially you at home, because there will come a point where I will get to test your reading and I'm going to know if